Crack at the back, so there's that.
You're a crack.
You're a crack in the ocean. Anyway, I think we need to go on to topic number 2. Bree, would you like to introduce? Bree, would you like to introduce?
Wait,
my makeup on?
Let me see. No, but what is that?
It's probably my eyeshadow. You
You got a little bit of Bree's face.
There goes the pen. Would you like to?
Nervous.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk Mental Health. Sorry it's been so long since we've last filmed.
Yeah, sometimes things happen and we need like a step back to, kind of take care of ourselves to get back on track.
Anyways, today we'll be talking about working, finding a job, as well as types of therapy and the pros and cons of going to therapy.
So to start off this week's video, we are going to have a basic summary of the last few weeks of our lives and why we haven't been filming so much and what's been going on with Let's Talk Mental Health and the group itself. So Bree, how has your last few weeks been going?
Like here and there, it's just been like good and bad, I guess you would say. Like I had like also a panic attack in between, so and Shawn and I have been attending a mental health group for anxiety, and so we're learning to cope better with our anxiety, even though we're going through all these like different struggles still in between. So I mean, my weeks have just been kind of like, good and bad.
What have you been up to as far as taking care of yourself goes?
Just been trying to get out more, hanging out with friends, try not to get in my head so much. The group has been helping. When I say group, I mean the group that Shawn and I are in.
Your last few weeks been going since our last video that you were featured in?
Well, the first couple of weeks were spiraling downward, depressing, a whole lot of other things. Definitely what Bree mentioned, the group has been helping a lot. Trying to keep on a healthy track, more positive. Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad you've been trying to keep positive. As far as my last few weeks have been going, I've been busy with working. I still work 5 days a week, so it's really hard to do anything else other than work, sleep, repeat. I've been trying to get out of the cycle of doing that by like hanging out with these guys. They've definitely been helping getting me out of the house more, which has been awesome, and I thank them tremendously for that. You're welcome.
Namaste. Oh my god.
Today's first topic is finding work and maintaining work. So Bree, do you want to talk about your struggles with work and maintaining your work?
Yeah, I've been taking a break from work for a bit to concentrate more on getting myself healthier in the mind, because it's been a struggle when you deal with so much anxiety and you're so confident in a job, and when you get discouraged because somebody's telling you that you're not experienced enough in it, then it just kind of like discourages you a bit. And
Yeah,
then
for
you
sure.
have to step back from it and work at yourself for a bit and realize it's not personal, it's not on you, it's not nothing you're doing wrong, it's just the way some jobs are, so you're not going to please everybody. But so yeah, I've just been concentrating more on myself and getting my mind more healthier so that I can be ready for my next job.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Do you want to share some experiences you had with your last job?
Yeah, so mainly all of my jobs have been working in the food industry, and all of my experiences usually dealing with either customers or working in the back with dishwashing and that kind of thing. I usually really like dishwashing, and it keeps me away from everybody usually, but like I said, my last job, it was just like so shitty because like according to them I didn't have any experience with what they wanted. And so I was just like, okay, I'm out of here.
They want you to work at a certain pace.
Yeah, like, which was kind of stupid because
that kind of pace they wanted was basically robot speed, like just.
Yes.
Constantly ongoing and ongoing.
yeah, like nobody
Welcome to
can,
the restaurant
you know,
business.
then I'm gonna have a panic attack and collapse. Like seriously,
That's
nobody
not
nobody
healthy.
can move that fast ever.
Exactly, that's not fair to you.
Like,
or
and
anything.
you had like 5 different things you had to work at once. So I mean, yeah. So I literally just like I didn't lose it on them, but I was just like I'm doing the best I can, and you know, like I have experience. This is what I do. You know, this is exactly what I did with my last job, and it went great. So whatever.
Shawn, would you like to discuss your experiences in the workforce and what your goals are?
My goals are to find a steady job. I know it can really relate to what Bree was saying about like how they expect something from you. They expect you to be at a certain pace. They expect you to get things done, to multitask like a robot. It's very, very complicating, very stressful, puts you in a stressful situation. Your anxiety just spikes. So I can totally relate to that. But my goals is just find a job, keep it, stick with it. Try to get out of my head and maintain this job. The last job that I was working with was very stressful and very hectic and so much to learn, and just couldn't do it. But I mean, you know, there's always better work in the future that we're gonna find. Just taking some time to myself back on track first before I go out there and try to find something.
You can only do the best you can, and
Exactly.
you're doing the greatest you can, and that's all that matters.
Well, yeah, that's what a lot of employers need to
Yeah.
know, is that people with disabilities or
Yeah,
people that are
exactly.
going through stress need to really understand.
So with my experience in the workforce, everyone knows by now that I work at Tim Hortons 5 days a week.
Unfortunately.
6 to 2. That early morning shift, I hate getting up early, but
Yeah.
I'm there usually. Yeah, it's disgusting. I'm up at 5 a.m. out the door for
Disgusting.
5:30.
Disgusting.
Need my coffee. And it's honestly, like, I mean, I do love my coworkers. They are literally my second family, and if it wasn't for them, I would have been long gone long ago. Like, I feel so accepted there. But like some days when it's like really busy and there's so much chaos going on, and like I have people like yelling, we're out of this, we're out of that, don't sell this, or somebody else is talking to me, a customer's angry about fucking God knows what anymore, like who knows what they're mad about. And honestly, it's really hard to just keep your mindset and stay focused 100% of the time. And honestly, it pisses me off when a coworker is like, Sabrina, you need to pay attention, and I'm just like, obviously I'm trying to pay attention, like, and also I'm like a very awkward human. Like I have no social skills with humans whatsoever. Like I kind of just winging it throughout the day. The only people like I'm good at socializing with is these guys, and half the time like we're all going
We're all the
through
same
shit.
people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like customers just need to understand when somebody makes a mistake, it's obviously not malicious. They're human people, and like people just need to realize that everyone's trying to do the best that they can and with what they have and what they know. And if you make a mistake one time throughout the day for one little coffee, that's not a reflection on you as a person. That just means, hey, maybe you're in a rush and it got all jumbled in your head, and what can you do, right? So that's all I have to say with my experience with mental health and working. In all of our experiences with working in the workforce, it's all a learning experience, and every mistake you make makes you a better worker in the future, no matter what you do and what you accomplish at your work. Even if it's fast food, hey, at least you're there working. And even if you don't have a job, you can, at least you're trying to get yourself together in your mindset, so you're 100% focused on your future job, your future career. It's not always
Amen.
it's not always like a end all situation. Like we're all human people, we all have our quirks, our faults, have things that we're going through, but just your main step in life is to just get yourself through the day. Try to maintain your composure when things go wrong. That's all I have to say about the work thing.
The one thing you gotta realize about at work, that no matter what mistakes you make at work, you're gonna learn from them.
Yeah, exactly.
And even though if a customer gets mad at you at work, they're not really taking it out on you per se, they're taking it out on the company.
And the situation.
And the situation. So when somebody, like let's say a customer gets frustrated with, they're not gonna remember your name, they're gonna remember Tim Hortons, not
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
And that's another thing you gotta remember, to not take it too much to heart. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
just shrug it off as just
honestly, it's,
some guy just having a bad day, and you know.
I have had customers come back and apologize, and that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really rare.
Does any?
Supervisors, bosses should just be more aware of mental
Yes,
illness
exactly.
in the workplace, because there's not enough of it.
There isn't.
You know, people just be like, do your job,
Right.
whatever.
Oh yeah, definitely
There's-
work around.
What are you crying
work
for?
around you.
Right.
Like, you know, like, it's stressful. Like,
It
give
is,
us a
it
break.
is.
Like, we're doing our best, you know, we're here, and, you know.
Gotta work with people. You gotta understand that anxiety is a real thing, and that a lot of people go through it, not just at home, but
Exactly.
at work. Everywhere you go.
Like, I'm sure they deal with a lot of stress too and
Exactly.
stuff. Like, not gonna freaking talk shit about
And
them.
the thing that makes me mad the most is there's a lot of, like, you know, physical safety courses that supervisors take in the workforce at, like, fast food places, but they don't take any courses on, like, mental health or
No.
anything.
No, not
Like,
at
they
all.
don't take that extra step in the workforce to, like, have that education in their mind of anxiety, depression, what somebody's going through. And, like, I know it's probably hard because they have all the other duties that they have to focus on, but I think that mental health should be, like, one of the priorities, as well as physical safety.
At least, like, checking on everybody. Are
Yeah,
you okay?
exactly.
Is everything good over here? You know?
You
Yeah,
know?
being supportive.
Yeah, be more
Exactly.
encouraging to your employees,
Rather than
you know?
trying to push somebody to the max, and then they just feel like they don't belong there.
And then they just crash and burn, and,
Mhm.
you know, you're left with a sad employee that doesn't want to do anything.
Or if you
Yeah.
see them, like, overheating, like they're about to cry, they're about to start an argument or something, bring
Take
them
a
in
break,
the back.
I'll take
Bring
your
them in the
place,
back
you
and
know?
talk to them for a little bit, you know?
Exactly.
Get
You know,
them
just
feeling
Calm
better.
down, we all go through this. But nope.
Like, providing that extra support is
Yeah.
so important in the workforce. The mind map coping mechanisms activity. I made a mind map. I just did that. Okay, so I'm going to give them some sticky notes. And we are
Very
going
sticky.
to. Okay, so with this mind map, going to be a mind map about coping mechanism and different ways to cope with mental health. So I gave all of them sticky notes, and we have 5 minutes to come up with as many coping mechanisms as possible. You can write more than one on each sheet if you want, and then
Okay.
afterwards we'll stick them on there and see what we've come up with. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
You already started.
Fuck you, Sean.
What do you mean? I only got one written down.
Still
Yeah, but you started before the
That's
timer.
cheating.
What? No.
Alright, time. Alright, what are yours, Sean?
All over the place. Music. But they're all stuck together. Healthy eating. I was gonna say drinking, but either I'm drinking responsibly.
Sean, stick them on the map.
Okay. Exercise, music, eating healthy, drinking responsibly, gaming, memes,
Everyone loves a good meme.
food, and friends.
Yes, those are good ones. Good job, Sean. What are yours?
Hanging out with friends, using humor, going to the movies, watching YouTube. Oh shit, covered that one. Talking to a counselor, talking to a family member or a friend, hanging out with your pet. Take a walk or a hike. That sounds pretty rude. Take a hike. Do some breathing exercises. Take a cold or hot shower, depending on what you're going through. Go get a coffee drink with a friend.
I put
That's impressive.
music, hanging out with friends, eating healthy, deep breathing, counseling, support groups, education on what's going on with you, getting good sleep. I put bad things too. Drugs, alcohol, fast food, Snoop Dogg.
That's why I literally had to write drinking responsibly.
Working out.
Wow.
Yay, here's our mind map.
Yum.
Yay! Alright, it's tea time.
Spill that tea.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Welcome to...
Here's
Yay!
the motherfucking tea.
Sean's gonna spill. Yeah.
2 years ago, we did the Haunted Norgoma Ship, which is a Halloween haunted boat that we do here in the Sioux that unfortunately got taken away
It's
this
gone
year.
now.
So yeah, that's other questions. I've been doing it for like the last 4 or 5 years, and I took her with me 2 years ago to the boat, and it runs for about like 11 nights. And one night we were on the boat, and I was taking a walk around the ship, and I came back, and all I heard was souls like this, and I was like, sauce?
Sauce?
And she's like, no, souls. And I was just like, oh, I was like, I thought you said sauce.
Sauce.
So like that's always been like this running joke
Yeah.
between us that every time we think of like sauce or souls, we say the other one.
Yeah, it's just
It's hilarious.
That never
Oh
ends.
god.
Oh god, so many funny things on that boat.
Literally though.
Tea time is with my phone. My new phone is currently smashed to shit again. I will post a picture of my last phone. I have a photo of it. It's really sad and depressing looking. This one's cracked too. But I was out shenaniganing with I was out gallivanting.
Making bad decisions.
Making bad decisions with these guys. And we were going to visit this abandoned place, I won't say where, but there was a fence thing, and I went to go walk, I was wearing flip-flops, never again. And I fucking...
A chain fence.
A chain fence thing, and I fucking flipped over the chain fence thing, like
Body slammed, like I'm talking really hard because I heard it. Felt the ground
Fucking
shake for a
smashed
second.
my head on the ground.
Honestly,
smashed
it
my
sounded
knee.
like this. Sounded like
But louder.
But louder.
but louder, like
Louder.
10 times louder.
And I smashed my knee, smashed my elbow, smashed my phone. And honestly, I almost passed out, almost threw up. They
Yeah.
were like, oh my god, is she okay?
I was like, leave her alone, don't touch her, don't do anything.
And then Sean's like, hey, pour some water on her. And I'm like, bitch, the fuck you don't. Don't you dare touch me with that water. I don't want to get wet when I'm on the ground. So, yeah, and then I smashed my phone. And then this past weekend, I smashed my new phone because the next day I had to go and get a new phone. Honestly, if I had more as motivation as I did getting my new phone, I would be set for life. Anyway.
We all fall down, laugh at each other, then
Shut
help
up,
each
rat.
other up.
Whatever, peanut butter.
Ugh. Hey, how about you tell that story about the peanut butter?
Okay, so we are walking to trading post, and my feet were killing me because obviously I wear bad shoes and I have bad decisions, and it was boiling hot that day, and I was bitching about it as per usual, like I bitch about everything.
Literally.
And I was like, oh, this heat's killer, and we've been walking for like a half hour. Nothing to drink, no water. It was kind of killer. It was like probably 30-degree weather. And I was bitching and complaining, and as per usual, Sabrina tries to say things, but they don't come out the way they're supposed to. And, well, technically the phrase is supposed to be suck it up peanut butter cup, but instead she
Suck it
says,
up buttercup.
she
Suck it
says,
up buttercup.
suck it up buttercup, that's it. Suck it up buttercup. But for some reason, Sabrina was like, suck it up peanut butter, and then paused.
I was waiting
And
for
then-
the cup.
And we're waiting for the cup or something to like take its turn. But it's been a running joke since then. So Sabrina's been calling me rat, but lately
I don't know
it's
why.
been on her.
Shut up, rat. Shut up, rat. Shut up, rat.
Rat. So now she's the rat who likes peanut butter.
Oh my god.
So we call her peanut butter and we call her rat all the time.
Nut butter.
Nut butter, nutter butter.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So-
Nut gravy.
Ew! Second topic is therapy, and also therapy in the form of the group at the hospital that we go to. So I went to a counselor about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and he told me that there's this
CBT.
there was a couple of different groups: depression, anxiety. And he said, I think you would be really good with the CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, for anxiety. And basically what that means is that there's different techniques on how to cope better, like with your anxiety. And that's what we've been learning and going to learn for the next, like, I want to say 5 weeks, I guess, 4 or 5 weeks left. I originally it was my group, but then I told Sean about it, and I was just like, I said you could come if you want. So he's like, yeah. So he called up, and so then the first week we went, we had homework.
Well, to be supportive of you too, and so we
Yeah,
can
well,
support
and
each,
I knew
each
you
other
had
in the group.
Anxiety, so I was like, well, you can come too. So when we got there was like a lot of people, I guess you would say, but a lot more older people, like maybe 10, 20 years older than us. So we were kind of surprised, but then once we all got comfortable with each other, everybody started telling their stories and stuff, and it's crazy to see like how you really don't know what a person's story is, you know.
Yeah, you can't really judge someone because there are some people in that group who you think they really have it together and they're good, but you know they have it worse than we do.
Exactly. But so we've been just having little homework to take home and work on for our anxiety, and then we go back the next week, and so we got like about a month left of the group, and hopefully, you know, I find it's working. You know, it's helping me, you know, come to terms with what's going on in my mind and how to try to improve it, get rid of all the fears I have and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's been really helping me out a lot too, with overcoming crowds of people, talk about getting on tracks and stuff, and it's kind of put me in a mindset where there are actually people who do understand, and there's a lot of people that go through it. Put me in the mindset of eating healthier and learning, because, you know, I'm with these two all the time, and when I'm not with them, I just feel lost. So, like, I used some stuff from that group to kind of put me on track and to put me in a better positive mood when I'm not with these two.
It's pretty awesome. Good for you guys. Proud of yous.
Us. Gold star,
Don't
gold
touch me.
star. Oh.
Hey! Now 3. Threesome!
Wait, what?
Wait.
High five with
A
a
pentagram,
High
you say?
2, 3, 4 years. I had the same counselor. She was honestly really awesome. But now I get a new counselor because mine left and she found a new job. She probably hates me because I probably scarred her for life with my story.
That's
Yeah, they deal with that stuff on
No,
a
I'm
daily.
just kidding, and she loves me. I still keep in touch with her. But then like getting a new counselor is so hard because you have to tell them your story all over again because they don't look at the notes they're supposed to look at, or they do and they just summarize them and they don't actually know what they're going through. Then they ask you the same questions you've answered over and over again to the other like 6,000 counselors you've had. So then like you have to be like, yeah, I went through this, and this happened. And they're like, how do you feel about this? I'm like, I already said how I feel about it. I still feel the same way. Nothing's changed. I'm still the same old fucked up piece of shit in the head. I see a psychiatrist and I literally told him my entire life story. Then at the end he's like, I don't know what to tell you, fam. And I was just like,
Fam.
oh, well, he didn't say that, obviously. He's, like, old and doesn't...
I don't know what to tell you, fam.
I kind of, like, re-explained everything. Then he's like, okay, well, let's do this. Let's see what we can do from here. So then I went on different medication. I've been on Zoloft for a while. Hey, my goal last time was to refill my medication, and I did that twice.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my story about therapy. I've seen so many different counselors in my life. When I was young, a counselor at the sexual assault clinic. She was really awesome. That's where I did the balloon activity and the face mask activity.
The face mask activity.
The mask activity. We
The
did
face
that in a
massacre
previous
activity.
video.
The face mask.
I have the
Mask you.
actual mask from the activity, and I have a picture of it somewhere over the rainbow. I'll find that and show you. That's where I learned those activities, and then I had counselors when I was younger before my dad and my mother fighting all the time. And then I had a counselor in high school because I got bullied in high school.
Fun stuff.
And then I had the same counselor as an adult, and now I have a new one. She's really awesome, but now I have to tell her my whole life story over again. Hopefully she can help me. Because if not, I'm fucking screwed. But then I also have these guys, this group, and I think I'm set.
Oh yeah,
Yay.
definitely.
So yeah, that's our topics for today. Now we're going on. Shawn, what are your goals for the next week?
My goals are just stay on track, try to be more positive, be more independent when you guys are not around, be more productive, work out more, or stay on my healthy eating track.
Shawn's fucking throwing out those goals. Me and Bree
Oh,
only
yeah.
ever have one or two. Shawn's just like,
Yeah, man, I'm just nailing them all on once.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Just to try to get out of my head and to work on my anxiety a lot better because it's just been getting to me a lot lately. So
Fair enough. My goal is to go to the gym more. I know I always say that, I end up not going, but definitely I want to get back on track with that. I want to start eating better and getting out of my head more, and just, just focusing on 100% this group, these guys, and just getting everything out there and, working and putting everything in 100% effort, or at least trying to, and you know what I mean?
yeah.
You can't do everything 100% all the time, but you gotta at least put a little bit of an effort, So that's my goal. And what is our together goal this week?
our together goal
Drink
is
less.
Oh god, yeah, we're fucking bad.
Drink
that,
less.
yes.
Not drink
Try to
every
be in a
weekend.
more positive mindset rather than calling ourselves trash bins every 2 seconds.
Okay, but it's true though.
And to meet up this week
Yes.
and work on
3 times a
this
week
group
our goal.
because we've been
Yeah.
slacking.
What
Like
else?
a bunch of
A lot of
slackers.
slacking.
Like this past weekend, the past two
Slack-a-lackin'.
weekends in a row, we get drunk on Saturday and we plan to film Sunday. Sunday comes along, we're too hungover to fucking do anything, so.
Yup.
But this week at least we got out on Monday, so there's that, I
We did it.
guess. So,
We did it.
At least we had the incentive to come in on Monday. We just didn't.
yeah. Today is Monday.
Oh, I meant Sunday.
Yeah. Okay, whatever.
You tried.
A for effort.
You get like half a gold star. You probably get
Oh,
like
whatever.
To summarize this week's video, thank you for watching. We talked about quite a lot of few issues. Any closing remarks, thoughts, contributions you guys got?
But we're just gonna keep at it. We're not gonna
Yeah.
stop this time. I mean, it's good to have a good healthy break here and
Yeah,
there,
exactly.
but I mean, we're gonna
Yeah,
really
we all
try.
need a little
so,
I think we're gonna definitely try to stay on task this time and try to
yeah,
get it out there more because it's needed. We need more groups like this. We need more, power
Subscribers. More viewers.
on
This group was keeping me going too
Same.
for the longest time. So I think
Yeah.
like not doing it also depressed me a lot.
Same,
So
yeah,
like,
nothing to look forward to.
yeah.
Alright, well, thank you guys for watching this week's video. Subscribe, like, share, comment, thumb ups for more content. For human people.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna make mistakes.
The mind map coping mechanisms activity. I made a mind map. Oh, you probably can't see it. It's probably
Yeah.
really faded. But this
Here,
is.
let's hold it in front of us.
I
Try
just
to
did
see.
that.
Like this.
I just
There
did
we go.
that.
Whatever, rat. So now she's the rat who likes peanut butter.
Oh my god.
So we call her peanut butter, and we call her rat all the time.
Nut butter.
Nut butter, nutter butter.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
Nut gravy.
Ew.
we gotta edit that part out now.
Nasty.
Bloopers. Still the same old fucked up piece of shit in the head. Quite of a lot of few. Quite of a lot of few.
Quite a lot of a few.
We talked about
tissues.
quite a bit today. So any closing remarks, thoughts, contributions you guys got?
Pickles, tacos, lots of tacos.
Just that we're just gonna keep at it. We're not gonna
Yeah.
stop this time. I mean, it's good to have a good healthy break here and
Yeah,
there, but I
exactly.
mean, we're gonna
Yeah,
really
we all
try.
need a